Welcome to today's lesson. Today we are going to look at multiplying fractions. As you can see on the screen, I've put some examples that will help us to understand multiplying fractions. Let's look at the first one. We are given 1 over 2 multiplied by 1 over 4. In this case, the numerator, remember, if you have 1 over 2, the number above the division line is a numerator, below the division line is denominator. So when multiplying fractions, numerator multiply another numerator, and then denominator multiply another denominator. In this case, we will say 1 multiplied by 1, which will give us 1. 2 multiplied by 4, which will give us 8. So this is our final answer. We cannot simplify this further. Let's look at number 2. Let's look at number 2. Here it is. We are given 1 over 5 multiplied by 2 over 3. Numerator multiplied by numerator, in this case 1 multiplied by 2, which will give us 2. 5 multiplied by 3, which will give us 15. This is the final answer. Number 3, let's look at number 3. 2 over 4 multiplied by 1 over 3. Numerator multiplied by numerator, which is 2 multiplied by 1. This will give us 2. 4 multiplied by 3. 4 multiplied by 3, it will give us 12. This can be simplified further. You can move a step further by finding the highest common factor between 2 and 12. Highest common factor between 2 and 12, and you use that highest common factor to divide the numerator and the denominator. If you check here, I've done it on this part where I listed all the factors of 2. All numbers that goes to 2 and leaves no remainder is 1 and 2. And then all numbers that goes to 12 and leaves no remainder, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 12. These are factors of 12, and these are factors of 2. So you will come and check the common. Remember, the name is highest common factor. In this case, the common factor is 2. And also is 1, but the highest is 2. So we must take the highest common factor. It's the one that we'll use to simplify this further. 2 divided by 2, we get 1. 12 divided by 2, we get 6. This is our final answer. Let's move to number 4. 1 times 3, we get 3. 6 times 7, we get 42. So in this case, the highest common factor will be 3. 3 will divide this 3, we get 1. And then 42 divided by 3, we get 14. So here, I also used the highest common factor to simplify this further. Let's look at number 5. 6 times 5, we get 30. 7 times 6, we get 42. Highest common factors of 3 and 42 will be 6. And then we'll use the 6 to simplify this. How many times does 6 goes into 30? 5 times. Into 42? 7 times. This is our final answer. There is another example that we must look at, this one. 6 times 5, 30. 4 times 2, 8. Simplifying this further, we'll come and say, how many times does 8, not 30, how many times does 8 goes into 30? It goes 3 times and leaves a remainder. That remainder is 6 over 8. How many times does 8 goes into 30? It goes 8 times. No, it doesn't go 8 times. It goes 3 times. How many times does 8 goes into 30? It goes 3 times and leaves a remainder, which is 6. You put 6 here over 8. This 6 over 8 can be simplified further by using the highest common factor. In this case, the highest common factor to simplify 6 over 8 will be 2. 2 goes how many times into 6? 3 times. Into 8, it goes 4 times. This is our final answer.